This is People Magazine's 100 Reasons to Love America. Guys, I'm gonna ask this one more time. Who's on the cover? No, I know who makes sense to be on the cover. I'm just saying who's on the cover. Look, I have Hawaii behind me. Never mind. You know, I like to joke and have a good time, but the truth is, I'm really quite proud to be on the cover of People Magazine's 100 Reasons to Love America. And what I love most about America is her resiliency. And she stumbles, and sometimes she gets taken down to her knees, but it's that incredible one-of-a-kind DNA and constitution that she has, that our country has, that allows her to take a deep breath, gather her composure, and get right back up again and walk forward. I appreciate and love and respect that so much about our country.
While Dwayne Johnson is obviously a perfect reason to love America, let's not forget all the reasons America has to love the 49-year-old former athlete, actor, and father of three. It's an ever-growing list that just got a little longer this past February thanks to the premiere of his new television series, Young Rock.
It's so fake anyway.
The coming-of-age comedy airs on NBC and is based on Dwayne's real life growing up.
Does this feel fake? It's not fake. You never use the F word. Comprend?
Yes.
Now we hug.
Young Rock debuted while we were here in Hawaii, and the fact that, you know, we're watching it in our own living room here in Hawaii with my mom. We all just sat around the TV, and I got my little girls running around jumping on me and Lauren, and we're watching the show and crying through the show and laughing through the show.
We will eat it all, and the sauces are small. It's room service.
That's my new favorite song.
My mom's asking me so many questions while the show is on. I'm like, we're trying to watch the show, Mom. But the whole thing is just so surreal.
Turtleneck, fanny pack, chain, Dwayne.
I never thought that, you know, these experiences that I had in my life growing up would ever wind up being part of a series that's going to wind up in people's living rooms.
Whoa, why'd they put you in between two ladies?
That's Sylvester Stallone. He's Rocky #2.
I thank God and I thank the universe that I'm in a position these days where I could turn these life lessons that I had learned over the years and experience with my family.
I'll get you some shifts driving trucks, and the fight can be over. Is that what you want? I want to keep fighting.
Turn them around and share them with audiences and hopefully entertain them.
Couldn't get the security tag thing off, so I banged it with a rock and all this ink exploded out. Just tell people you spilled your blueberry wine.
All of these things that happened over the years, they were all rooted in a struggle. And that, to me, it sits me down when I think about it, because I never thought, here, by the way, in Hawaii, where I had the best of times here on this island and the hardest of times too, where we were living paycheck to paycheck, and eventually we were kicked off the island. We couldn't afford to pay the rent, and the rent was, I'll never forget it, $180 a week. Where we used to live, I don't want to say where it's at, but it's still there. And I always drive by it, by the way. I drive by, just park, just kind of look. If anybody saw me, they think, who is that creep who just keeps staring at these little apartment buildings? But again, you know, the fact that it was just surrounded by all the struggle, and then years later, the struggle has turned into a little bit of humor.
My dad is game to sign your body, but let's keep it PG, all right?
You have to find humor in it. There's that great saying that today's headlines are tomorrow's punchlines. So we try to find humor in everything.
Sign my chest! I'll sign your chest.
No, you won't.
While Young Rock recounts the trials and tribulations of the title character, every episode is framed by Dwayne playing a version of himself in the not-too-distant future.
It's about as big as Kevin Hart's ego.
The year is 2032, and candidate Dwayne Johnson is running for president of the United States.
We were trying to figure out a creative way to keep me involved in the show and keep me intertwined throughout the show. And it was our show creator, Nahnatchka Khan. She's brilliant, and I believe one of the best writers in Hollywood. She came back and said, I have an idea. What if you were running for president and it was 2032? And immediately my antennas went up and I said, no. Let's not do that. Let's not go there. It's political. We're right in the middle of an election year. I think it's too polarizing. Let's not do it. She said, okay. She came back to me a few days later. She goes, I just want to say, even though you said no, I think it's an entertaining way to do it. She goes, but also I will say, she goes, I don't want to speak for people or speak for America. There's a few people who may want to see you run. I said, okay. I said, I trust you on this, and we'll do it.
I'm Dwayne Johnson, and I approve this message.
Meanwhile, Dwayne also has a big new film coming out. The Disney action-adventure Jungle Cruise, which premieres July 30th.
I believe that the legend is real.
Which it's not.
And I'm gonna find it.
Which you won't.
And when I do, just imagine the lives that could be saved.
What I enjoyed most about making Jungle Cruise was a few things. Number one was bringing to life this incredible American iconic ride that was the dream of Walt Disney. And I have been a big fan of Disney, visiting Disney over the years, taking my babies to Disney. The ride is so beloved and revered. And it was such a phenomenal experience. And every component of Jungle Cruise had a real magic to it, like a real mana to it. And I've done movies in the past with Disney. They've been great partners, but this was special. We shot in the islands of Hawaii, on Kauai, and it all just came together. Emily Blunt, who I've always had an incredible amount of respect for.
Oh, God, sorry, Frank.
Sorry, strong form.
She was incredible. What a performance. And again, from the direction, Jalma Colette Serra, to the producers, me, it was just really an incredible experience.
Careful. They could smell fear.
I am not afraid.
Dwayne and singer-songwriter Lauren Hashian were married in 2019 and have 2 daughters together, 5-year-old Jasmine and 3-year-old Tiana. The actor's family also includes a daughter from his previous marriage, 19-year-old Simone.
The most important thing that I've learned about raising daughters over the years is just be there, and how important that is, and being present. And also, you could be wired, as a lot of fathers are, to solve and fix things, but really the most important thing that I've learned with my daughters is to just be there and listen, because that's just going to inform you in the direction that you take. We're going to solve it, but it's no longer like years ago I would want to just go off and solve it on my own, whatever the problem was, but just having an expanded capacity to listen and be more tender and gentle, and being present just really gave me that ability to solve whatever the issue is, but solve it with them, compared to trying to solve it for them. My life is, there's a term we have in Hawaii, it's called po mai kai, and it is blessed, and that is my life. I feel so blessed, and I sound like a broken record, but there is always so much to be thankful for, and I mean it. My life is blessed, and I'm a lucky guy to be in the position that I'm in. You work so hard at, you think, well, what's the next thing? And I need to get this, and I'm gonna be happier if I get this thing. And you realize that the most important things are literally right in front of you. And that has been my family, and that's been this incredible opportunity to connect with people and speak directly to them. And at whatever it is that I'm fortunate enough to do, that I work hard at, but that's been a blessing too. And to be in a position too, I think, where you can make people feel good, that's special. Look, I was 14 when we were kicked off this island. So that kid to this, I'm still a big kid, but a different man. I'm blessed. So around every corner, if there's something that I could do, if I could create an opportunity for somebody to work, take care of their own family, live their dream, be nice, be kind, all these things that I like to talk about, how important they are. That's the kind of stuff that matters. So, cover of People magazine, come on.